Now coming on to our next topic, which is exception handling. Now what exactly is exception handling? The exception, we say, is an object that is created when some abnormal situation occurs in a program. Now this abnormal situation can occur in a number of ways. Suppose we get an input from a user, like we ask the user for a file name that we show to him, and let us say that the user enters a wrong file name that does not exist. So there are two paths to this program. Either the program crashes because with an exception which says that file not found, and the second option is that we control the path of the program so that the program does not crash, rather we generate a message that probably the file name entered by the user is incorrect, and we again ask him for another file name. So this time the user may be more aware and might more cautiously give you a better and correct file name, and we may proceed without any further error. So what this has done is, instead of our program crashing due to a very simple mistake because of a wrong file name, the entire operation that depended upon this file name has completely crashed down. So this, instead of avoiding the crashing of the program, we devise a new path flow whereby we handled the exception, and we devised a new path flow whereby we are again asking the user for a new file name. This is what we call as exception handling, that a problem was there when the user entered a wrong file name, but we handled the exception and continued the program in a efficient way. So this is what it all deals about, how we deal with such a situation, so that the program, instead of shutting down, it provides an option for the user, an alternate way for the user to continue the program. Now there are many conditions where such exceptions come. The wrong entry or some input from the file blocks due to some network problem, and there are many more situations like reading an array and the location goes beyond the length of the array. We divide an operation whereby the denominator comes out to be 0. So we'll see also those situations that commonly occur in a program and how we can handle them so that they don't cause harassment to the user and embarrassment to the developer. So for exception handling, the top level class is the throwable class, and it has two subclasses. One is error, one is exception. Now error, these are those situations that we cannot handle. Once it is coming, it will come. There's no way we can handle these situations. So for all practical purposes, we are concerned with this line of action, which is throwable, exception, and all classes which are under exception class. So for all purposes, the all classes or all exceptions that we can deal with, they are all subclass of exception class, which itself is a subclass of throwable class. So these are all, there is a whole gamut of classes under exception that comes with a variety of methods and a variety of operations that we deal with. They all are subclass to the exception class. Now let us first create a program where a situation comes and the program stops, and then we'll modify the program to see how we can work around with exception handling. So this we'll see in our next lecture.